Good morning. We're on our way to ARKADY. ARKADY in Bratislava. It's not in the city center. You have to take a tram a few stops and then well, I hope I'm going the right way, but we'll be there soon. It's quite an interesting walk. Welcome everyone. We're here. We're at ARKADY, and look at that little ARKADY van. Look at that. And there he is. There's Robert. So ARKADY. Wow. Lots to say about that. We'll cover that when we look around the arcade. Are you ready for this? It is something like you have never seen before. I promise you that. So on the outside you see this green metal shed. On the inside, look at this. Let me close that door. There we go. Look at this. Look at that. And then, look at that. And there is a lot more, trust me. Okay. So, let's start here. Why not? Let's start here. So when you come in, you put your shoes here, and then you get the box and grab a pair of flip-flops. There's mine there. I have PlayStation controllers on them.
Baby size.
Here, there's so many decorations and things like that. Look, various little console boxes and just everything everywhere. Robert, the guy that owns the place, he is an avid collector of pretty much anything arcade, anything video game. He fixes his own machines, he fixes the arcade machines. He even insulated this and installed the plumbing and electronics. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so yeah, what do we have in here? Whoa, nostalgia. Look at that. All-Star Carnival. Can you believe that just outside Bratislava this exists? It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? Oh, bubble. Oh, do you remember Samsung? Samsung, old school player. Oh, and there's the little alright, yeah, Taiko. Playing some Taiko there. So, yeah, sofas. Wow. So let's go in this little hole here. Oh, and there's a Wacca as well. There's a Wacca. Okay. Let's go in this hole. So, Robert, the guy that owns the place here, he opens the place up for like parties, anyone that might want to visit. And I'll put all the information in the description below so you can check that out if you want to visit. You can contact him, email, Facebook, maybe WhatsApp. And then you can stay here for a number of hours, something like that. So it's almost like a free play arcade, if you will. Yeah, look at this. So every machine, he was taking us around the whole place for a couple of hours actually. He's a really smart guy, but really passionate as well. But yeah, he's mad into collecting, and every one of these machines has a story. Yeah, this actually has Simply Love on here. Christmas edition, I guess. If you're curious about the songs on the ITG, well, there's a mini look. But the amount of time, money and effort he's put into getting parts and things for these machines, there's a few little projects going on down here. Or some pads down there. So there's lots of projects, lots of things, and I think he said it's... there's another guy, I don't know if he helps him with conventions or fixing the machines, but as far as I'm aware, I think Robert pretty much does everything. This Dedicab here, Dedicab, very rare in Europe. You never see them anywhere. This one is from Austria. It has some of the Austrian players on here. I think the monitor's switched off right now, but it was working a second ago. But yeah, I think this is a Roxor machine. Before Andamiro decided to help them with the hardware. This is a GX pump running Pump Sanity. And if you want to play Pump It Up,
Breathe it out.
right there. There's a GX. What else we got down here? Oh, we got a little joust. There's a bigger joust in the other room actually. So I think some of these cabinets, he was saying he prefers the original cabinets and whatnot, but these are for more like, they're easier to move for conventions because they take a lot of the machines to conventions in the area, and that's how a lot of the local players play the games. You don't really see too many arcades anymore. So I met my friend yesterday and I said, oh, when's the last time you played DDR? He said, oh, like a year ago at the convention. So that seems to be how a lot of people play in this kind of region, according to him anyway. So yeah, check it out, Lou. So this is a whole new room completely, and there is more. So these were from the movies. He was saying he got one from a local cinema. Each cinema in the country got one, and he managed to collect every Ninja Turtle from different movie theaters to get the whole set. Yeah, absolutely amazing. But look at this. And he was saying these are original Japanese chairs as well. I'm sure some of you have already picked up on that already. He was saying this one, you can see on the side it says Thunderblade, but it supports Afterburner. You just change the chip inside and boom, you have Afterburner in there. House of the Dead 2. So yeah, he regularly goes on road trips to different countries. I think he went all the way to the UK, in fact 3,000 kilometers just to get one game. So you can kind of see how that passion goes into this. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I had no idea this arcade exists, you know, just outside of Bratislava in Slovakia. This game, Plex here, he said it was in a warehouse, brand new in the box, literally from when the game was released. That's why it's in such amazing condition. I think the business just didn't know it was in storage or whatnot. But yeah, everyone has a little story behind it, how he got it. I think he said that one was a Mortal Kombat and he kind of converted it into WrestleMania. Yeah, Killer Instinct. So a lot of Lee's work, they just don't all have power right now. We're the only people here. He opened the whole place up just for us, so I'm not gonna tell him to switch everything on. I feel bad, but you can get an idea of what he has and whatnot from the video anyway. Donatello. Yeah. So I guess when he has parties and groups coming in, it's a great way to introduce kids to older games. So that's why you see some of these kind of cabinets here as well. Primal Rage, look at this. Super Breakout. So you'll see in Europe, because before the Euro, and even with the Euro, some countries have their own currency, right? So you have all these coin mechanisms here. This one is Deutschmark before Germany went to the Euro. You'll probably see ones with Czech crowns. You'll see all kinds of coin mechanisms here. So it's very different if you're used to, for example, machines from the United States where everything takes quarters. You have a whole different ball game to deal with in Europe here. Here's one of those Megatech systems. We saw one of these at Pixel Busters in Stoke in the UK. A similar kind of setup. He said this monitor actually broke. He managed to replace it, but you wouldn't really know that, right? Yeah. So yeah, you can see how everything's kind of themed together. It's great. There's Raphael. I don't remember the story behind the Mortal Kombat. There was a lot of information.
I brought it into arcade and put it into this machine. See that you can always select from up to 10 games, and that's why you remember the blue and red one, because the graphic is much more simple than there, but it's still a lovely and fun game.
But this shed, I think he said this was the original room right here. This little room right here. There's the garage door. You can see where it kind of opens. And then he expanded. So he kind of added on the rooms one by one. And yeah, he was saying he did the electrics himself. Because I was asking him, I said, oh, you know, like who did your electrics? Who did the plumbing and whatnot? And he said, pretty much a bunch of Polish people put this thing up in, 4 to 6 hours, and then he did pretty much everything else. The insulation is spray-on insulation that bonds with the metal, and then you don't need to worry about like a condensation barrier. There's PIR boards, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the breathable membrane. Yeah, I know because I've done it all before. So yeah, it looked like a super easy solution, to be honest, just for insulating these huge rooms. Yeah, and you'll notice on the machines here, you're saying in Japanese arcades, these days anyway, these aren't used for smoking. They're sort of like novelty ashtrays where people can put their tokens. And you don't even need tokens for these machines. It's just kind of, just for decoration. And each ashtray will have a little different thing on there. There's a Taito one, and yeah, so. So I think he said it was more recently that the place was open up to the public. It was pretty much just a private collection, really. And he was saying one of his friends said, oh, you should, get people here, charge money to visit. And he said, well, I need toilets in here, I can't have people in here without a toilet. So he installed the plumbing and built his own toilet, which we'll see in a second. So now, yes, now you can visit here and yeah, play on whatever you want. All right. Let's look at this last row, then we'll go into the next room. Wow. I can't even imagine the maintenance that has to go into all of these machines if you're just one person, or at least one person with a little help from your friends. It must be a full-time thing, right? So yeah, you can see a lot of the plushes up here. Katana. I think that's a Zelda Master Sword there in the middle. Alright, so this is the next room. So you can see how it's been extended, look. And this is like a little central corridor here with a couple bits. So we had the retro boom kind of recently, and he was saying that he gathered a lot of his things before things went up in value, and now they're more kind of sought after, more expensive and harder to get. So it seemed like he got a lot of things at the right time, which is the way to go, really. Sometimes you kind of get lucky with eBay auctions and whatnot. It's just the way it is, but yeah. So you'll see some things maybe you haven't seen anywhere else, or at least not in one collection anyway. So here we go. Look, the Legend of Street Initial D. Wow. Daytona, USA 2. Yeah, so he was telling me so many things. I'm just trying to remember them as I show you the arcade. Wow. So a lot of these he was saying he kind of just takes to conventions. They're easier to move. It's a lot easier than moving one of these. And I think he said one of them got damaged one time as well by movers at the convention. So he's more reluctant to take the good ones and kind of just take those. House of the Dead. Wow. Oh, they look like DDR arrows right there. Crisis Zone. Little Street Fighter chair. Yeah. So that's where we were before. You see the ITG. Lethal Enforcers. So yeah, if you're visiting Bratislava, it's on the border between Hungary and Austria. Actually, it's like a tri-country intersection. So if you ever want to visit, you can knock out Bratislava, Vienna, maybe cross the border into Hungary just for fun and check it out. So there's lots to do in the area if you ever want to make a trip out of it. Highly recommend, actually, it's great. Wow, look at that. So now we're in the last room, and you see extension upon extension, and they're the toilets I was telling you about. Tekken. And there's Tekken 2. I think that's the one he's working on right now, he was telling us. A couple of virtual strikers there, and he said that one's the next one to go. I think you got to the point where it's so full, you have to start trading them out. So, yeah, look at the Star Wars things up there. Wow. Silent scope. It's just crazy. It's like a network of tunnels almost. And a little Star Wars in here. Yeah, so these are the toilets he built himself. Look at that, little sink. Little mirror. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty creative. And I have friends that can't even cut a bit of wood. It's yeah, amazing. So we have little Pokemons up there. What else do we got here? Yeah. So he was saying he's not really into pinballs. They're a nightmare to maintain without the knowledge, and he admitted that. But he just wanted a couple of digital ones like that for people to play on. Just to sort of complete the collection, you know. I think a lot of arcades do that. They want a bit of everything, even though they might not really care about a couple of things. Oh, look at that Killer Instinct store. Burger Time. And yeah, there's some spare parts there. Look at that. Wow, that's where the magic happens. Dragon's Lair, Terminator 2. Wow. Alright. So I think that's all the machines. Let's check out the entrance again. I'll show you the main entrance, the bar, and then yeah, we'll wrap up the video. But what do you think? Crazy, right? It's just something you don't see every day. And he said, "Oh, I apologize if it's not very good." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" Crazy. I think this would be someone's dream, to be honest. So, yeah, if you look at the reception here, you can, I mean, wow, look at all these coffees. You can get coffees, drinks, little vendy things, random jukebox. Look at these coasters as well. Look at that. Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. What else is there? Is that Zelda? Oh yeah, look. Link's Awakening, the Windfish. Oh, SNES mug. Wow. I feel like the more I move the camera, the more I see things. You can get some drinks here. Look at all that, wow. Yeah, no shortage of drinks. He gave us a Slovak, I don't know if I can open that, a Slovak beer right there. The first time I've ever had one.
It's worth having, although I'm not more a beer guy, but for example, my favorite beers, that's why I have it here. I really love the wheat Belgian one.
Oh, Hogarden, yeah. Look at that. He was telling me they all drink Czech beer here. I thought the Slovak beer was quite nice. Right. So yeah, I think that might be it here. Oh, there is one more bonus thing I want to show you real quick. But let's just have a little look in some of these slots, see if there's anything we missed here. I see Alan Wake, a couple Astro Cities there. Wow. Mini Super Nintendo. Wow. So yeah, he said there's a surprise. So I'm going to show you the surprise. I don't know what the surprise is yet. He's told me there's something he wants to show me, so I'll show you that now. So there's the arcade. You wouldn't know it from the outside how big it is, would you? But yeah. Hey, look at the back. We got some ponies here, chickens, ducks. I think there's a couple arcade machines in this little, what do you call that, veranda? I don't know. Let's have a little peek, see what he's got. See what he's working on. Got turtles. Little turtles. A little turbo star, look at that. And Lost World, the graveyard. Let's have a look in here. Wow. Well, in here, there's some carrots. But not only carrots. Look at this!
It's beautiful.
Wow. It's a secret pump it up. Whoa. Look at that. Neo Geo.
So this was a DX I found.
Oh, you have the button board, the Pro button board.
Yeah,
Wow.
It looks beautiful.
That's amazing.
the mirror. And yeah, also I had to cut this because it was like this.
It's the DX FX.
Ahora sí. ¡Uy, eso! Espérate, tú ya comiste. Aguántate. Espérate, güey. Espérate, se le cayó. Espérate, güey. Espérate, ahí lo voy a...
Okay, here you go.
Hola.
It's nice to meet you. He doesn't care now we've run out of carrots. So what do you think of the arcade then? Absolutely amazing, right? Comment below, let me know what you think. It's called ARKADY in Slovakia. I'll put the website and everything below. Yeah, and meet Robert as well. He's like a wealth of knowledge. He pretty much knows everything about arcade machines. I thought I knew a lot, but it was like next level, you know. So yeah, send him some love, send him some support. It's a really great place, and it's nice of him for open his private collection up to other people so they can enjoy it and play the games as well. It's great, right? So anyway, I hope you like the tour. Something a little bit different, but also something quite amazing. Right. What do you think about ARKADY.SK?
I think it's the best place we visit.
Numero uno, primero,
Yes,
prima donna, campeón.
Sí, primero.
Primero, wow.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, you can feel how good it is, you know? Look at this. You're not gonna see this in a different arcade, you know? This is special.
It has the Latin American vote. What do you think of Arkady?
It's great.
It's-
It's great, friendly place. You can see that's a great spot for all the rhythm games, but also retro games like fighting games. All there in the back, like we've got all the Mortal Kombat games, Taiko games, so much, Soul Calibur. They're rare to find, but over there are even more games, and there's even shows in the back.
And how far did you travel to come here today?
It takes me 5.5 hours to get here.
So 11 hours total
Yes.
just to come to this arcade. That is how good it is. 11-hour trip. We're leaving.